All right, let's dive in. Today, we're going to talk about something that can drive every online seller a little bit crazy, your conversion rate. We're going to break down what it is, why it matters so much, and of course, how you can actually make it better.
So does this sound familiar? You're getting the traffic, people are showing up, they're looking around your shop, but the cash register just isn't ringing. Ugh. It is such a frustrating feeling, right? Well, that's exactly what we're here to fix today.
Okay, so here's our game plan. First, we're going to decode what a conversion rate even is. Then, we'll look at the critical benchmarks so you know where you stand. After that, we'll get into the really cool stuff, the psychology of a sale, before laying out a super practical 10-step action plan. And we'll wrap it all up with the ultimate goal, becoming your customer's best bet.
All right, first up, let's decode your conversion rate. Before we can improve a single thing, we've got to be on the same page about what it is we're actually measuring.
You know, it sounds kind of technical, but it's actually super simple. It's just the percentage of people who visit your store and end up buying something. Honestly, think of it as the ultimate report card for your shop. It's the best way to know if you're turning casual browsers into actual paying customers.
And the math behind it? Seriously, it's a piece of cake. You just take the number of sales you made, divide it by the number of people who visited your store in that same time, and then multiply by 100. So think of it this way. 100 people walk into your store, and one person buys something. Boom, that's a 1% conversion rate. If you don't know your number, I mean it. Pause and figure it out. It's a starting line.
Okay, so you have your number. Now what? The big question is that number any good? Let's jump into our next section and see where you stack up against the critical benchmarks.
This chart tells a really clear story. If your rate is under 1%, that's a red flag. The source calls it the problem zone, and it means there's something pretty fundamental that needs fixing. Now, 2%, that is a fantastic goal. If you're there, you're doing a lot of things right. And if you're hitting 3 to 7% or even higher, wow, you're in the big leagues, playing with the top sellers.
But hold on, because your number isn't the whole story. There are a couple of really important things to remember. First, if you have a ton of listings, it's actually normal for your rate to be a little bit lower. Don't panic, it's just a part of having a bigger store. And second, you've got seasonality. This one is huge. From October to December, people are in buying mode for the holidays. You should absolutely see your numbers go up then. It's go time.
Okay, we've talked numbers, we've talked benchmarks, but now let's get to the fun part, the human part. Because behind every single click and every sale is a person. And to really move the needle, you have to get inside their head.
1.5 seconds. That's it. That is literally all the time you have to catch someone's eye as they're scrolling through an endless sea of options. It's insane, right? In that tiny sliver of time, their brain decides, do I click or do I keep scrolling? It's brutal, but that's the world we're selling in.
So in that tiny, tiny window, your listing does one of two things. Is it creating questions? Is it kind of confusing, a little unclear, maybe a bit messy? Because here's the bottom line. Customers do not buy questions. Or does it create certainty? Is it compelling? Is it crystal clear? Is it professional? That's what people buy. They buy that feeling of, yes, this is exactly what I'm looking for.
And honestly, this quote just says it all. You have to remember, someone is about to give their hard-earned money to a complete stranger online, that's you. They aren't just buying a product, they are buying the confidence, the trust that you're going to deliver on your promise. You're not just selling a thing, you're selling trust. All right, this is the part you've been waiting for. We get the what, we get the why, so let's get into the how. Here is a real 10-step action plan you can start using, today, to get that conversion rate climbing. First up, let's optimize your actual products and listings. Step 1, be ruthless. Swap out those duds that get views but never ever sell. They're dragging you down. Step 2, link them up. Add cross-sell and upsell links in your descriptions to keep people shopping in your store. Step 3, find your edge. What makes your product better than all the others? You have to know it and you have to show it. Which brings us to step 4, photos. Your photos have one job, to answer the question, why buy me? And step 5, show it in use. A necklace looks way better on a person than a plastic bust. Art belongs on a wall, not on the floor. Give it context. Speaking of what sells, let's talk price for a second. For physical products, this $20 to $50 range is pure magic. It's that sweet spot for an impulse buy, where a customer doesn't have to think too hard about it. It feels like an easy yes, and that can make a huge difference in your sales volume.
Okay, now let's zoom out from individual listings and look at your whole storefront. Step 6, add some lower priced items. Now, that does not mean lower profit. Think small, high margin goods. Step 7, brand everything. Your banner, your icon, your about page, it all needs to look cohesive and professional. Step 8, get organized. Every single listing needs to be in a category, a section. Make it easy for people to browse. Step 9 is all about connecting these pieces, creating what the source calls a communication spiderweb, where everything points to everything else. And finally, step 10 is about putting it all together to convince your customer.
And all of this leads us to our final and maybe most important idea. This isn't just about small tweaks. This is about a complete shift in how you think about your business. It's about becoming the best bet.
So what does it really mean to be the best bet? It means when a customer is looking at your product right next to 5 others that look kind of similar, something about yours makes them feel confident. It's your amazing photos, your clear description, your professional-looking store. All those details work together to erase their doubt and build that all-important trust. You become the safe choice, the smart choice, the best choice.
So I want you to ask yourself this one simple question. Go look at your shop right now, but try to see it with fresh eyes, like a customer would. In a sea of options, have you truly done everything you can to prove without a shadow of a doubt that you are their single best bet? If not, you now have the playbook to get there.